Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today we're going to continue our discussion about identifying quadrilaterals. So I'm just going to pull up the PowerPoint. Today's standard is I can identify quadrilaterals and use attributes to describe them. So this is just a reminder that we've already done this unit in class, but you also learned a little bit about shapes last year in second grade. So last year you were classifying shapes by their number of sides. So for instance, you know that a triangle is a triangle because it has 3 sides. You also know that squares and rectangles have 4 sides. A diamond shape has 4 sides. A circle has no sides. So these are all things that you've learned in probably kindergarten, first and second grade. But in this unit, in third grade, and then moving on, to fourth, quadrilaterals are classified by their number of sides and angles. So a quadrilateral is a shape with 4 sides, and we can identify the different types of quadrilaterals by the number of sides they have, but also what their angles look like. So you must be able to understand the attributes of the special quadrilaterals. And the special quadrilaterals that we talk about are square, rhombus, rectangle, trapezoid, parallelogram. I didn't put it there, but that's another type of special quadrilateral. Okay, so this is just a review from Friday, as well as a review from when we did this unit in class, but a quadrilateral must have 4 blank to be a rectangle. A quadrilateral must have 4 blank to be a rectangle. I want you to think about it for a second. The answer is a quadrilateral must have 4 right angles to be a rectangle. A quadrilateral must have 4 right angles to be a rectangle. All right, number 2. A quadrilateral must have 4 blank and 4 blank to be a square. A quadrilateral must have 4 blank and 4 blank to be a square. Okay, well, a square has 4 right angles and 4 equal sides. So not just 4 sides, but every single side of a square is equal length. So a square has 4 right angles and 4 equal sides. And then the last one, a quadrilateral must have 4 blank. What makes something a quadrilateral? Well, a quadrilateral has 4 sides. Okay? All right, so this is our anchor chart that you guys are very familiar with. We used it a lot in class. We talked about it a lot on Friday. So this anchor chart will be embedded into your exit ticket again today. But this is just another look at the anchor chart. So remember, it's sort of like an umbrella where you can see all the different ways that quadrilaterals are connected. So a quadrilateral is any shape that has exactly 4 sides. And an example of a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. And then a parallelogram goes on to explain other types of shapes. So a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with 2 pairs of parallel sides. Remember, parallel sides go on and on and on and on and on and never touch. Okay? So an example of a parallelogram is a rectangle. A rectangle is a parallelogram with 4 right angles, which is what we talked about in this slide right here. And another type of parallelogram is a rhombus. A rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 equal sides, not 4 angles and 4 right angles, just 4 equal sides. And then you take those 2 shapes, a rectangle and a rhombus, and kind of combine them together, and it makes a square. So a square is a type of rectangle. It's also a type of rhombus. It's also a type of parallelogram. It's also a type of quadrilateral. A square can do it all. So a square is going to be our secret word for today. The secret word is square. S-Q-U-A-R-E. If you guys misspell it, that just means you're not paying any attention because it's basically written everywhere all over your exit ticket. So make sure you spell it right. So a square is a parallelogram with 4 right angles and 4 equal sides. So the reason it's at the bottom of this anchor chart is because it's all of these things. It's a rectangle, it's a rhombus, it's a parallelogram, it's a quadrilateral, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, and then another type of quadrilateral that's not a parallelogram is a trapezoid. And the reason it's not a parallelogram is because a trapezoid only has 1 pair of parallel sides. And how many pair of parallel sides does a parallelogram have? Yes, 2. Very good. I don't know if you said that, but I know you were probably thinking about it. I feel like Dora the Explorer where I'm just sort of talking to the screen. Okay, so then other types of quadrilaterals, sort of funky ones we don't really talk about that much. They're just shapes with 4 sides, none of which are parallel. They don't follow into any kind of these categories, but they do have 4 sides, so they do count as a quadrilateral. And here's an example of a picture of one right here. Oops. When that little black bar goes away, you can see it again. But yeah, it's just a funky little shape. It doesn't fit into any other category, but it's still a quadrilateral. All right, so now I'm going to play this video. This is the quadrilateral song.
Parallelograms have 2 sets of parallel lines. Trapezoids only have 1 set at a time. A rectangle has 4 right angles. A rhombus has 4 sides that are equal. Squares have 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. Quadrilaterals have 4 sides. Squares and rectangles, and if you add the angles inside each of these, there will be 360 degrees. Parallelograms have 2 sets of parallel lines. Trapezoids only have 1 set at a time. A rectangle has 4 right angles. A rhombus has 4 sides that are equal. Squares have 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. Quadrilaterals have 4 sides and 4 angles. Parallelograms, rhombuses, trapezoids, squares and rectangles. And if you add the angles inside each of these, there will be 360 degrees.
Okay, what a good song. All right, so at this time, that's the end of our lesson because it's pretty simple and it's kind of just a review of what we talked about on Friday. So now go ahead and do your exit ticket and any other work you haven't done yet, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.